Hey guys, it's Jeff and you're watching Valley Fish. Just got home. Weather's been nice and cool, about 60 for the high. Got some new stuff ordered, so I'm super excited about that. It is Friday evening, so I got another tank filled since the last time we were here on a video, and the blue jelly tank is ready to be stocked. So I got two packages over here on the table. They've been sitting outside for a little bit, so I'm going to open them up and let them adjust to room temp, and then we'll get them in the tank, and I'll show you my new plants and my new shrimp. So stay tuned. Yeah, still have not found the tripod. Might have to get a new one. They're pretty cheap, I think, but it did the old disappear with the move. So yeah, this one is going to be from Mark. This one got crushed by UPS. Thanks, UPS. You do a great job. Almost never. But anyways, last box. Gonna open it up. All right. The destruction. Glad the shrimp weren't in this one. A little shout out. Got him off. I am a follower on Instagram, and I seen him post something. I'm like, gotta have it. That's what Instagram is notorious for aquatics. That's for sure. You see something and you're like, yep, gotta get it. So I did add this tank too. There used to be a 5-gallon that was empty, sat here. But I think I'll jump in to do a fish room tour this weekend. Haven't done one of those for a while. And 10 rack's doing pretty good. No complaints. I'm going to change some stuff up on there. There's some stuff I'm just not overly excited about. And I got newer stuff that don't want to work. So, yeah. A lot of pandas, a lot of guppies. But a lot of green water with the new lights. And just letting all these tanks fully established. So yeah, well, like I said, I'm gonna let those probably adjust temperature wise. I'm gonna pick off the insulation and get them sitting on top in about an hour or so. They'll probably be really close because everything I run down here is room temp except for the angel tank. So dogs are running right above me. Sorry, in the video, the air pump back here is dying, and I got a linear piston pump I'm going to put in the other room and run a air loop. So for the next couple videos, the background noise is going to be horrible, and we'll just have to deal with that. And hopefully I'll try and, I got a plastic container over right now, which makes it run really hot, which is probably killing it faster, but it knocks the noise down. But yeah, it's just going to be some more modifications that need to happen. So we'll let those adjust, and we'll get back to them when the temperature's more right. All right, I got the old glove on just because I don't like playing in insulation. I know this one doesn't have the fiberglass in it, but I still don't want to play in it. So then I'll get it all over my tanks and everything. I see movement in the bag. That's always good. One bag. I feel like there might be another bag. Yep, I see movement. I know it's not picking it up that great. Got a little moss in there, so that's cool. Yeah, running around. Do a final scan. I'll shake it out in the trash can. Make sure we didn't miss anything. You never know what's in the bottom of these boxes, but I think that's it. I think that looks good. So I believe I ordered 20, so there's probably 10 in each of those bags. So one bag has a lot more water though. All right, well, I'm gonna let them adjust. All right, well, it just sifted through everything, so you can see a little bit of water on this box. It didn't soak through, but that was probably why one of those bags was a little low on water. Plenty of water to get them here. But, yeah. So they made it, and it actually took from Tuesday shipping to Friday, and they made it. So I'm gonna grab a bucket over here and bring it in and show you what I'm gonna do. Alright, so the little girls had the day off, and they are nowhere to be found because they're playing with their little boyfriend across the street. So I lost my camera girl. But I got the airline tube, ran down in. It's got a little stainless nut on it that doesn't hold it down. Not very good planning on my part. We'll get enough slack in here. Maybe pinch it off in between these two tanks temporarily. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna run this down. And I'm gonna show you what I was gonna do. I'm gonna find the other part and get the bucket. Yeah, it's just a specimen container. Had that thing yesterday. Fishroom is a disaster. I'm trying to build a fish room and still work out of it and enjoy it. And you would think I would be a lot better at it, but it's pretty much, it is a disaster all the time down here. So I'll find that specimen container and we'll siphon some water into it once we get the shrimp in there. And yeah, that's one thing after another. Just gotta find the important parts. I'll be back. Alright, I found a dirty old specimen container. I think the girls were using this for collecting dandelion leaves for the bunny rabbit. So a little dirt ain't gonna hurt anything. I rinsed it off good, but it's not a high quality viewing specimen container. Problem is about this tank is it's green one week, clear the next, green one week, clear the next, gets 50% water change twice a week, and then just fighting it. New tank. It's been up for a while since I made that last video, but so the video quality of the specimen container and then going into a green water tank, probably not going to get the greatest footage, but you know that Mark has really good blue jelly shrimp, so in the future hopefully I get a really good thriving colony. So stay tuned, and we're going to do this one-handed unbagging recording, no tripod. It's going to be a disaster. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. You can see this bag leaks. I'm losing more and more water. So we're going to get this one snipped. Things you gotta do to make a really bad YouTube video, you know? And hopefully all the shrimpers don't want to ride the bag and they go right out with the moss. Alright. I hope that was on camera. I was watching, I wasn't watching the camera at all. But sometimes you gotta do that, right? A little speck in the bottom of the bag. Thought it could be a baby shrimp, but it is not. So that bag had a slow leak, so I'm glad that they didn't take any longer to get it here. All the shrimp are on the moss, so we're gonna do one of these. Set that in there. Do the same game. Yeah, can't do it with this bag too full. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. Wanted to do it, but just needed two hands. So I'm not going to spill a $50 bag worth of shrimp, that's for sure. So they look good. There's some babies, some teenagers. Everybody's looking good. These guys are supposed to be a really light blue shrimp, and don't even have good light on them, and you can tell that they're pretty good. Pretty good. It's supposed to be 20 in there, and I would say that there's probably 20. I'm not real good at counting, so a lot of moss for them to write on, so we're just going to leave that. I had some Fizzidin moss in that tank, but I don't think it was doing good, but this moss will outcompete that in no time. So what I plan on doing is this bucket I gotta switch the way I'm doing this. Run back out. There. So I'm gonna put that down in there, and then we're gonna drip. And I don't see any duckweed, but at all my tanks I don't have any duckweed, and that's something that is a battle to keep on top of. So I want to make sure that I do a slow drip on the shrimp, which I don't normally even do that, but because of the fear of duckweed, we're going to do that. We'll fill it and let it overflow into the bucket, and we'll just tip it over every once in a while, make sure all the shrimp are at the bottom, and I'll kind of show you that when we get into it. So it's at the bottom. Alright, so kind of splice in here because I was trying to tie this little fancy knot one-handed, and I must have hit stop on the phone. But anyways, long story short, I tied a one-handed knot. It was pretty impressive, but lost the video footage of it. But we're gonna start this siphon, and yeah, I'll flip you over so you can see it. That's pretty good right there. Nice little trickle. Trickle, trickle, trickle. Get them guys some oxygen. We'll let the container fill up, and then, like I said, we'll tip it over, make sure no shrimp go out, but if there's any floaters or duckweed or roots or anything we don't want in there, yeah, hopefully we don't have to fight that battle. This will be the home that they're going into. That's where the water is getting trickled from. And then the nut fell off, and it made a water mess. And so, yeah, I gotta clean that up. And yeah, like I said, it's green. I'm not gonna see them very good until probably an update when it's clear. But that's where they're going. I'm gonna get my water cleaned up and get the trickle going again. So real live footage. Alright, well, it's been a little bit, and you can see the water is starting to turn green water, just like the tank that they're gonna go to. All my tanks share a light for each set of tanks on this rack. So it's funny that the end tank on this one's green and the end tank over here is green, and that one's brand new, but good, hazy, good, green, hazy, good. Just funny how it is, everything's transitioning. So good job on the seller part, Mark Chili Aquatics. I could not recommend him enough for the homebred shrimp. I know it's hard to believe, but there's 20 and probably more in there. But we're just gonna probably half it out. I don't see any duckweed, and that makes me happy. There's one little floater, and I'm sure that's just plant debris. And I got a shrimp coming to the top, so we're gonna stop pouring and go back to pushing it off. Don't see any floaters, so because we got a dripping, we'll do that one more time, and then we'll dump out the whole specimen container. But they're ready to go, and happy with that. They are very, very active in their new water. This is right after the dumping of the first time, and new water gets them all excited. And I'm sure the green water's fun because I'm sure it's got lots of good nummies for them. I'm sure they're hungry after their journey. Alright, well, it's been a little bit, and you can see the water is starting to turn green water, just like the tank that they're gonna go to. All my tanks share a light for each set of tanks on this rack. So it's funny that the end tank on this one's green and the end tank over here is green, and that one's brand new, but good, hazy, good, green, hazy, good. Just funny how it is, everything's transitioning. So, good job on the seller's part, Mark Chili Aquatics. I could not recommend him enough for the homebred shrimp. I know it's hard to believe, but there's 20 and probably more in there. But we're just gonna dump probably half it out. I don't see any duckweed, and that makes me happy. There's one little floater, and I'm sure that's just plant debris. And I got a shrimp coming to the top, so we're gonna stop pouring and go back to pushing it off. Don't see any floaters, so because we got a dripping, we'll do that one more time, and then we'll dump out the whole specimen container. But they're ready to go, and happy with that. Alright, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to dump out a little more water this time. There's no method or magic or what I'm doing. Just flushing out the water that they're used to, getting them used to my water. And they are getting a lot more active with adding the fresh water. So, like 3 trying to jump out right there. Kind of remind me of plecos. If you ever had plecos and tried to dump the water out of the container they're in, they love to run in the current. This one is determined to go wherever the water is going. That was a really big water change. So we're gonna fill it back up, and then I'll dump it all out again, and then I'll just, when I get down to about where we're at right now, I'll add it to the tank. Alright, well, I've been up here doing a little bit of breaded pork loin, and gonna make some mashed potatoes. Hopefully we don't have no shrimp in the bucket, so let's get down there and check it out. Alright, off the kitchen, there's a few stairs. Hit the door, a few more stairs. And this is my disaster of a fish room in the making. And we're gonna come over here to our buckets. About half full, so timing's working out really well. We'll probably just go a little bit longer because I'm impatient, and we still got another box to get through. And by the time we do that, I'm gonna be ready for dinner. So, yeah, it's gonna be pretty fun. I'm excited for dinner, and I'm excited for my new stuff. They're gonna go tank and tank, all new stuff on this end. So, set up new tanks, you get rewarded by getting to order new stuff, I guess. So I'm excited about that. I can see the little girls at the neighbor's house, so I think they're about ready to come home, and dinner should be ready pretty soon. Hope you enjoy the video. It's just a little blog of, day in the life of a fish keeper, I guess. So, thanks for watching. Alright, well, the container is about half full, 3/4 full, sorry, whatever. Been a long day, long week, honestly. Pulled the hose out. I want to stop this siphon. Tug. Make a mess. I'm gonna flip you over. I did wedge it down here because it kept wanting to fall out everywhere. It did hit the floor, of course, and hopefully all the water problems are gone. I think they are. I'm just gonna put it back in the bucket. We're gonna dump this off, and we're gonna do an unleashing video into the new tank. Pouring it pretty fast because right now there are no shrimp. One about made it. piece of moss. I don't want to lose the moss, really. Some nice freebie from Mark, as he always does for everybody that orders from him. I would really like just to dump it down just a teeny bit of water, but these guys are getting really active. They know what I'm doing. Get back in your water. Lay them out flat again. You can see they're really pretty. They all look pretty much exactly the same. I don't want to dump them into a net. I really don't want to add in any water if I don't have to. Alright, just a little bit. They're getting feisty. So I think I can do a pour shot with them going in the tank. Whee! There's a few. It's a big tank and just a handful of shrimp. Actually 20. But, and green water. But you can see they're making their way down. Well, as you guys are watching that, yeah, container is empty, so that is awesome. And I'll do a water change in a day or two sometime this weekend, and we'll get it cleaned up enough that we can see how beautiful these guys are. But yeah, there's a nice one. That looks like a male. They're all juveniles, as you should be when you ship. So they'll get better. Oh, it's pretty blue. Really pretty blue. Alright guys, well, just doing a double check of the container. We're all good there. I about told you we're done, but we're not done. We got one more package to go. So, blue shelly, that's funny. Blue shelly tank. Blue jelly from Mark Shelley. So the blue shelly tank is officially stocked. Made a video a while back about that, setting it up, and the little girls helped me place the bricks, and they were super happy about that. That was actually rain, and she's pretty proud of that. She set that up for my aquascape. We got some plants you can't see because of the green water, but all in good times. That moss will actually help out and fight against that. So I'm excited. I do have some long fin calico plecos in there, basically teenagers too. So that will be a super fun tank in the near future, and I am excited about it. And Mark would probably know that I've been talking about getting them for probably a couple of years actually. I remember when he had like 10, and he was surprised when he restarted that line. I was like, yep, I want some of those. So long term, it finally worked out, made room, and got them. So I'm excited about that, and I'll do the best I can of keeping them at a high quality like he does. And what are we gonna do now? I think I'm gonna check on dinner, and then we'll jump into the next box and see the new mystery plant. I fed the plecos a little flake food earlier, and this little dude that I just put in there grabbed a big old flake. So did that one. They're like, we're running with it. We got food. Man, they're pretty. Really pretty shrimp. I am excited to get the green water out and see how nice they really brighten this tank up. Hopefully they do well. There'll be more updates because as of right now you really can't see much. So, but they're in there. They're all healthy. 0 DOAs. It was a perfect order. And this little dude over here is like, yep, I got a piece of flake. Hungry, been in a bag all week. And that's why he does the moss. Gives him something to nibble on. And that is floating up here. And they'll just let that find a home. I'm sure it'll get knocked down with all the plecos. Alright, well, dinner's about half done. So we're gonna move on to the next project. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about everything. Everything's good on a Friday, right? I'm gonna flip you over and we're gonna go through the next box. Bumba, I was flipping it over and she was like, hey, running around. She got her little pinned in area. She had some lettuce today, so she's getting extra spoiled. Yeah. Got a sticker. That's super cool. Probably give that to little girls. And a little business card. And if you want some of the moss, you could contact him, as I did. Went to Instagram and clicked on the little link, and next thing I know, a few days later, it's at my house. Now, I did buy 2 portions because the tank that it's going into is empty. Technical difficulties. Gonna have to put you down, I think. Can't, well, maybe. Man, one-handed everything is getting really not fun. That's funny. Alright. Pulled it out of the bag. You know, a little grocery bag. Styro wrapped the moss, which is... I would have maybe put some newspaper in there or something, but that is... I didn't want to get damaged. I bought 2 portions. Probably is a good deal. I don't know. I guess I was expecting a little more, honestly. But maybe, I mean, it's a rare moss. Maybe that's what it's worth. But there's the bag. Looks good. Nice and healthy. In the Ziploc. That's, yeah, that worked out well. Weather-wise, everything. Happy with what I got. I bought 2 portions because I was hoping that I would be able to flip some pretty soon. But, nope. Dropped the business card. Anyways, I'm going to have to pause. Maybe not. We'll just do this really wild and crazy one-handed. It's really pretty moss. Trying to see. I don't see any snails or anything on the package. Not saying that there's not, because the tank they're going in, I know I'm already got snails in it, I'm sure. So I think I got it all. There might be a frond or 2 left, but 1 handful was 2 portions. Sure, maybe. I'm just hoping it don't melt. And I did not have my ladder where I needed it, so we're gonna do this. Boom. Look how green it is. That's pretty. Pretty. And it's gonna eventually hit the bottom. I don't have any substrate in this tank right now. I don't know which way I'm going or what I'm doing. But yeah, that's pretty moss. I'm happy with the way it looks. How it's doing. Right there's a really good shot. And yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff, rare stuff. And maybe I was a little hard on portion size. Who knows? That was probably not fair. Got a handful of moss. And yeah, I'm excited about it. And the next box to go to the trash. So yeah, well, that was a great day. I hope that moss don't melt. I hope it explodes. It's really pretty, really clean. Got really big, broad leaves on it. And I think I'll do a snapshot right about now of what it was called, because I have no idea what it was called, but I do have a screenshot of it. So I'll share that right about now. And okay, well, now you know what the moss is. You got to see the new Blue Dream shrimps. You got to see that I actually made progress and got a tank going right there. And things are getting done slowly, and I enjoy the few that stuck around for this long. And I hope you enjoyed it. That's why I do it. And you keep watching them, and I'll keep making them. And I hope to see you in the comments on the next one. Later.